Hey everyone, Jerisha Hawk here, income strategist and recent corporate dropout. I help service-based business owners scale and grow to six figures, and super excited to chat with you guys today. Happy Friday. I just wanted to hop in and do like a really quick Q&A Friday and answer whatever questions you guys have about whatever it is you guys want to ask. And just have an open, frank conversation about whatever you guys need. So I'm really just blessed and thankful. I have been having a really good week. Today's been kind of chill, but I've been just super excited and thankful for everybody who shows up in my space, for all the new email subscribers, for all the new people who've joined my Facebook group, for everybody who has like purchased anything from me. And I just wanted to take some time to just give back and be of service to you all, and to answer any questions that you guys might have. So all you have to do if you want to participate is just comment your question below in the comments, and I will be going ahead and answering them. So that's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to turn on my Instagram story as well, because I posted it over there too. And maybe I'm not going to do that actually, because I want to be able to see all these questions. But yeah, so let me go ahead and hit live and go ahead and do this. Super pumped. So as you guys are hopping in, feel free to say, hey, let me know you're here. Hey everybody. So again, if I see a lot of people just hopping on right now, today we're going to be doing a Q&A Friday. Basically, I'm going to be answering any questions you guys have, business related, personal related, whatever it is. Hey Crystal, hi Sarah, hi Ashley, hey Natalie. Hello everybody. So feel free as you guys are hopping in, say, hey, let me know you're here, and then post whatever questions you want me to answer below. She says she's all the way from Tampa. Hey Latoya. So hey y'all, so let me go ahead and pull up these questions that I've already been receiving, and we will get the ball rolling. But really, any questions you guys have about business stuff, personal stuff, you are welcome to ask them below, and I will be going ahead and answering them for you guys. So I have this on Facebook Live, and I have this on Instagram Live. So I see Bush popping in. I see Jessa. I see Micah. Hi, Brandy. DT is on. Being Inspiration Global is on. Hey, everybody. So I will start by answering the questions of people who are on live. And then from there, I will go and answer the questions that people had asked earlier. So let's do this. Okay, who's the first question? Antonique said, hi, just wondering if your monthly membership group is still open. So yes, my monthly membership group is still open. It's actually going to be closing at the end of the year. So I'm going through a huge business model like redesign right now, and I'll talk you guys through that. Somebody said they're from Albania. I cannot read. Hello from Albania. But so, oh gosh, people are calling. I ain't got time. But somebody asked, okay, is monthly membership group still open? So it is still open, but it's gonna be, it'll look different come 2018. So the way my membership group is currently set up, we have a monthly mastermind call, and we have a monthly guest expert come in and teach a specific training or topic. And it'll be, the way that it looks right now, how it's designed right now, will be ending at the end of this year. So it is still open. You can shoot me a DM and I can give you access or give you the link to join, because right now you can't go to my website and go join. But it's going to be better. So I've really been taking feedback, and this is something that happens in business. Things change and grow and evolve. And I'm really intentional on making sure that people who do invest their time, money, and energy with me, that they're getting the absolute best results that they can get. And I feel as if the way that the membership group is of service right now to our customers and our members, it's good, but I know that it can be better. So it'll be redesigned come 2018. So super pumped about that. Really good question. Sarah said, what is the book title? The Profit. Profit First is what I'm assuming you're talking about, Sarah. Let me see over on Instagram. Jess said, what tactics do you suggest using to find a name for your company? So some things to think about when you're thinking about how to name your company or name your business is one, what type of business are you creating? And I think that that needs to go into play. But two, like you want to make sure that you have a name that's memorable and easy. First and foremost. So like when I first started my business was going to be called Empower You Daily, which I think is like freaking hilarious when you look back now as to how much we've grown and evolved since then. But my business was going to be called Empower You Daily. And if somebody were to read that, it's like, what the hell does that mean? Like, I feel like it's, I don't know. To me, it was super fluffy. And I'm glad that we've evolved since then. But one thing I think you need to think about from a very like tactical standpoint is one, like, is it already trademarked? And two, can it be easily confused with something else that already exists in the marketplace? So I always now do a quick trademark search before I even pick a name for a course or for a business or for a new program that I'm doing to make sure that the trademark doesn't already exist. Now, I do not trademark things the second I come up with an idea, because I don't trademark anything until I know it's actually going to make money. So I don't trademark anything or even go down the process of trademarking something and paying for legal fees until I've earned at least 5 figures off of said program or said course or whatever. But I think it's important for you to think about that. Like, does the domain name exist? Do all the social media handles under that name exist? Is somebody else already have it trademarked or have something trademarked super, super similar in your industry? And those are just some tactical things to think about. But like my business, I thought it was gonna be called the Goal Getter Group. So y'all getting all the inside scoop right now. Come 2018, everything is gonna switch to Jerisha Hawk. So my business name will be Jerisha Hawk. Like everything will be under the Jerisha Hawk umbrella. And I had started my business. It went from Empower You Daily to the Goal Getter Group. So I thought the business was going to be the Goal Getter Group, and I thought that I didn't want my name attached to the identity of my brand. And I realized that that's just not how it works, and that's not how it's going to work for me. And that Jerisha Hawk really is the brand. But like the Goal Getter Group, Goal Getter Elite, Fuck Fixed Income, all those other things are just things that I do. So I want, and I'm thinking too about not just where I want my business to be today, but where do I want my business to be, and how do I want it to be positioned 15 years from now, 30 years from now, 100 years from now. And I think having Jerisha Hawk as the brand, at least for what it is, for where I see it going in the next 10 years, makes sense. I think something else to think about when you are starting a business, what is the end goal for your business? And I think a lot of new entrepreneurs don't think about this as much as they should, but it's something you totally should think about is, what do you want to do with your business at the end of the day? Is it going to be a legacy brand, a legacy business where you hand down to your family, to your kids, or are you building a business to potentially sell it? So if I'm not really interested right now, or I don't see any foresight of me building my business to the point where I want to sell it in the next 10 years or something like that. If I were trying to build this business with the goal of actually being able to sell it eventually, like I probably it wouldn't be under Jerisha Hawk. I'd probably call it something else. But I really have no aspirations, at least for what I foreseeably can project for the future of my brand and my business, for me to sell it. So I think that's something to think about too. So it's a couple different things that roll into there. One is just realize that like shit changes. Like if you change your business name, it's not going to be the end of the world. I've changed mine like 4 times in the past year, and I feel like I finally know what I want it to be now. But I think that's something also to think about. What is the end goal? What's the end like outcome that you want for your business? Either to hand it down to the next generation, or are you trying to sell it? And if you are trying to sell it, I think that needs to be considered as well when you're thinking about the name. Good question. Crystal said, how do you keep your profit separated from what goes back into your business? So I use the profit first model when I am handling and managing my income. So if you guys have not read Profit First, I would go to Amazon, go get that book. It is worth the $17 or however much it costs, or go download like the free PDF from his website. But basically all of my money goes into an account. And if you download my income report, which is also linked in the title of this Facebook Live description, for people who are on Instagram, it's bit.ly/income report 1. Or you can go to my website and download it. It's completely free, but you can see like the full breakout of my income and how I really manage and maintain my money. So basically all my money goes into an account. It's called income. 100% of my money goes into there. And then after my money goes into the account, I pay myself twice a month. So on the 10th and the 25th of every month, I divvy out my income. So I basically pay myself like 50%, 30% goes to my expenses, 15% goes to taxes, 5% goes to profit. So, and this is based on if you make less than $250,000 a year. So, Crystal, to your question, how much goes back into my business? Expenses is the only thing. So 30% of my income is the only part of my money that I will allow to go for any expenses for my business. So whether that's me hiring a coach, me hiring a team, me paying for software tools, me doing speaking engagements, me attending conferences or paying for like business travel, 30% of my income is allocated for expenses. So those investments back into your business or just anything expense related that it costs to manage, maintain, and operate the business, it comes out of that expense account. So I don't spend more than 30% of my income to go back into my business. Basically, it's just what do you use to pay for your business, manage and maintain the cost associated with running a business. 30% covers expenses. So that's me going to conferences, traveling to those conferences, traveling for my clients, tools, software, team, all that stuff is in that 30% account. Somebody asked, have I ever been to Albania? No, I have not. Furthest I've been outside of the United States, I've been to India and I've been to Thailand, but I have not been to Albania. Oh, hello, everybody who's popping on. Hey, Brian. Hey, Caitlin. Coach Chris Bruce. Cheeks. Hey, girl. Hi, Derek. Hey, Liz. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to just pop them in the comments. We're just doing an open Q&A discussion. So ask whatever you want in regards to business or personal stuff, and I'm welcome to answer. Hey, Zoe. Antonique said, hey, Treasure. Hi, Cindy. Although you won't do one-on-one coaching next year, you will offer some form of coaching, correct? I'm really hoping to invest. Yeah, so the way my business model is going to shift, because right now, primarily, I have my signature program, Fuck Fixed Income, which is for service-based business owners who want to make consistent 4 figures a month. And then I have Goal Getter Elite, which is my high-level mastermind. That's a 6-month program, really helping somebody scale to that multiple 6-figure level. So basically how it's going to be structured going into next year is, one, you'll have Fearless with Facebook, which is coming out in like the next month. And that's really for those who are just getting started. So if you're looking to like increase your visibility, you're looking to start growing your community and actually like getting your first paid clients, that is for you. From there, you'll join Fuck Fixed Income, which is, again, my signature course. It's 8 weeks long, teaching you how to build a business that makes consistent 4 figures a month. From there, you will go, I don't know what this is going to be called yet, but there will be some enhanced coaching element to the Fuck Fixed Income students. Because I realized that 8 weeks in the program is great. You get 12 weeks total in support, but some people need that support after that, and they're not ready to go to Elite. There will be some sort of like monthly coaching associated with Fuck Fixed Income. So I don't know what it's going to be called, but there'll be some opportunity to get more coaching in that space. And then there's Goal Getter Elite, which is my high-level mastermind, which again is for those individuals who already have a business established, they're already earning consistent income, and they're really looking to scale to that 6-figure level. That will be the premium. So those will be my 4 steps. There's a DIY course, which will be Fearless with Facebook for people just starting out. Fuck Fixed Income for people who are looking to start really like scaling and making more consistent money. Then there'll be some sort of group coaching elements. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, right after Fuck Fixed Income. And then there'll be Goal Getter Elite, which is for those who are looking to build a multiple 6-figure business and who are in a position to do so. So that will be that. I probably, and I say I won't be doing one-on-one. Right now, how I do my one-on-ones is you get me for 3 months. I will not be doing it like that anymore. So going into next year, I will have intensives where you can hire me for a day, and we will develop your strategy very similar to corporate style. But if you're looking for more of like long-term coaching, support, accountability, like masterminding, that type of thing, then you'll have to get into one of my programs. Otherwise, in working with me one-on-one will be like the highest price point level. So it's just going to be just shifting and evolving. So if you're looking for more of that continuous support coaching, there will be opportunities absolutely for that. That's my favorite way to work with clients anyways. So that's not going anywhere. Cindy said, I just heard about Instagram story. Have you used it? I've only used it a few times. Like I'm using it right now to stream this Q&A session. I really leverage Instagram for more of like behind the scenes, like more, like a look into like what life is like behind the business. So that's just how I personally leverage Instagram. Facebook is definitely more like business focused. But so I don't know. I use Instagram story here and there. I don't really use it that much though. Hello, I see so many ladies. I see so many FFI students, corporate dropout ladies. I see my elite ladies on. Hey y'all. What will it look like in 2018? So I hope I answered are you asking Ashley about my business model or what the Goal Getter group membership is going to look like, or what do you mean there? Sarah, you are more than welcome. Ashley said, is the Lunch Money series continuing? No, I canceled basically I'm getting rid of all like the stuff. Right? I think sometimes we get into business and we think that we need to be offering all of these things, and it can really muddle and mute really the vision and the focus of what you're trying to build. So at the end of, I think it was August or the end of September, I got rid of all of my courses, like all of my little bite-sized baby courses. So all the Lunch Money series, that was all, I stopped selling those. I had a 4-day flash sale. I want to say it was the end of August. So that's gone and done. Basically, there'll be like the 4 core things that I offer, which will be Fearless with Facebook, Fuck Fixed Income. There'll be some sort of group coaching in after Fuck Fixed Income, and then there'll be my high-level mastermind, and that's going to be it. And that will be it. Tiara said, lovely change of background. Tiara, you're so funny. Ha, ha, ha. I love her. Good tips. Good stuff. Awesome. Okay, good. Like I said, anybody who's watching on Instagram stories, you're welcome to ask any questions you guys want. People on Facebook are going ham with the questions, which I love. Ty said, what are some things that you would tell a coach just starting out, like must-haves or must-dos? I would say one is you need to go hire a coach. So when I first got started, and again, if you look at my income report, you can see my journey and like when I started making investments and when I really started growing and scaling and like enhancing my business. But if you're just getting started as a coach, like, you need to go hire a coach. And I don't mean that you need to go, like, you have to go hire a coach, but like you shouldn't be trying to do this alone. It's probably one thing that was probably one of the best investments I've made and one of the best investments that I consistently make. But one that I kind of wish I would have done sooner is you can't go at this game alone. I would get community. So whether that's you joining a mastermind, you getting a coach, like you doing something, get somebody on your team to teach you the game and to help you expedite your results, but also to help you play bigger. Because one thing I think a lot of us do when we're just getting started is we don't charge enough. The lighting in here sucks. Well, I think people on Instagram can see me okay, but I think we don't charge enough. There's a lot of like mindset junk that we have to work through, and it's hard for you to work through that by yourself. So one of the first things I would say for you to do is, if you don't right now have a coach or a mentor or some sort of mastermind or some sort of something with somebody who's been in your shoes, I would go find that like immediately. I hear Loha said, I hear people saying that coaching is dead because it's oversaturated. I don't agree. Absolutely not. Like, people be using scare tactics. Like, guys, service industry is never going to go out of business. Like, ever, 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 ever. I don't think service industry is ever going to go out. Like, period. You think about just the way that we operate in world and just how we've operated as a society. Either you're buying physical products or you're buying a service. So, and I think honestly, the way education is at a space right now where it's really going through radical transformation. People are not looking to consume and learn education, whether that's how to start a business, like how to, I don't know, like do yoga and Pilates, how to actually like get healthier and, I don't know, like learn how to meal prep, how to date. getting access to dating. Like the way that we consume information is evolving and changing, and people are not going at it the traditional route. And I think it's going to continue to evolve and change. So when I say like coaches and consultants and all that shit is dead, like fuck no. Honestly, right now, I think that we're on the brink of there being more of that. Like people, I think, are looking at, you know, going to college for 4 or 5 years to get a degree, to certify or to, you know, to make you credible enough to go do said job or said activity. Like, I think that industry is not going to die either necessarily, but it's going to evolve and change. I mean, I think people now want to consume information on a more like bite-sized, immediate level, in the sense that, like, I don't have any formal business background or business training. Like, I don't have a business degree. But that doesn't mean that I don't know how to build a 6-figure business, and I don't know how to teach other people how to do it too. And like, you know, the way in which, like, I'm not about to go back to college for 4 years to learn how to build a business. I'd much rather pay somebody who's done what it is that I'm trying to do and learn from like practical application more so than like theory and like philosophy type stuff. So I think more than anything, like, I think we're going to see an increase of more like on-demand learning, not having to go spend 4 years to consume the education. I mean, think of like Coursera, you think about Udemy, you think about all of these like bite-sized ways for us to get access to information. It's changing. And you see colleges, I mean, so many people went to college and came out of school with so much debt and still are unemployed. I just think the education world is changing. And I think so no, I don't think coaching is like dead. And for people to say it's oversaturated, like if you really think about how many people out here have a business, I don't really know the stats, but let's just say, like, I mean, there's billions of people in this world. I just don't think, and people say that that coaching industry is oversaturated. I think it's a really like premature and ignorant thing to say, just because like there's so many people on this world that want to be serviced and want to like receive a service, want to learn a different way. For us to think that the amount of people who are in this game right now is enough to like oversaturate or kill a market, I think is just really like stupid. I mean, there's so many people I interface with now on a day-to-day basis who have no idea that you can make money online. Like, that is completely foreign to them, that that's even like a thing that can happen. Like the cleaning lady, I hired my first cleaning lady, and she came over to the house and she was just wondering, like, what do you do? Like, how are you able to afford this apartment? How are you able to afford me to come clean your home? And you're at the house on like a Tuesday or whatever day of the week that it was, in the middle of the day, able to just come, like, what do you do? And I told her, like, I sell services online. I do coaching and consulting online. Like, she had no like realm of reality. Like, she didn't even think about the internet outside of like being able to email and be on Facebook. Like, the whole idea of selling stuff online, like, was like magic and like woohoo to her. Like, it sounded crazy. And I run into people like that all the time. So I think that like our world of people who know that this is, so I think there's like the regular world where there's like normal businesses and like normal brick and mortars and like blah, blah, blah exists. Like the normal way that we know to do business is there. Then there's like this undercurrent, like this underworld of, you know, like these online business owners who are making money through people that they've never met, like on this weird, like other end, like, you know, internet magic stuff. So I think this is just the beginning. Like, I think us getting in the game now, like you look another 10 years from now, like I think we're going to be the ones that are like the true game now are going to be the ones creating the benchmark for whatever the industry is going to look like down the line. However, I do think that our world is going to change, because right now there's really no regulation over how we operate on business online for coaches, consultants, strategists, freelancers. So I think there's going to be more legal stuff that's going to come out eventually. Like, I think there's going to be more government regulation, because right now it's like legit the wild, wild west. So I think it's going to change in that regard, but I don't think it's oversaturated. Like, no, I'll answer that really kind of long. Somebody said this is completely off topic. There is no question off topic. I said business or personal. Can you provide details on the hair? So I get questions all the time about my weave. Now the sad part about it is I meant to make this a business, but I never really did it. So I went to India a year ago, and lo and behold, you know, you can't bring a black girl to India. She's not gonna find a hair plug. Like, that just doesn't happen. But I went to India, and I ended up meeting the guy who owns Indique Hair. If anybody is not familiar with Indeed Care, they're one of like the largest hair suppliers in like the US, in Africa, and in Europe. But this hair is from the temples of South India, like legit, like for real. I got the full scoop, but we ended up buying like a batch of hair, and that's where this hair is from. So I don't currently sell it. You can go to Indeed's website and get the exact same hair that I have in my head. And I had a girl here in Detroit. She colored it. And this is a custom wig. So there's a lace closure, and then there's 3 bundles of hair in here, and then she custom colored it and made a custom wig for me. Question is not off topic. I get that question all the time about my bundles. Yes. Treasure said, how should one go about figuring out what type of programs they want to offer? So I think the biggest thing, if you're just getting started, well, one, I would tell you to join Fuck Fixed Income, because we go through this in depth. But 2 is like, you really need to listen to your market and listen to the needs of what your customers are. So don't get so caught up in like, I think the biggest thing is like, what type of service and how can it be best packaged for me to help a client get a specific result? And when you really think about it from the customer's perspective, like what really do they need in order for them to get their win? How does it need to be structured? What do they need to receive? How do they need to receive it? When you think about just what type of support or what type of structure does somebody need in order for them to get the result that I'm helping them achieve, that will help you structure your programs. And I think don't worry about how other people are doing it. Like, you know, I think we get caught up in that sometimes. Well, she has a 6-month program, so I need to have a 6-month program. It doesn't matter about the time length. It's all about really what is the best way you can package your offer to help somebody get results. So I consciously choose the time length of my programs. So like Fuck Fixed Income is 12 weeks long for a specific reason. I just didn't pull that number out of my ass. Goal Getter Elite is a 6-month mastermind for a reason. So you got to think about just how can you, and I think that there needs to be a full value ladder. There needs to be a full service suite, because you don't want to just like one night stand your customers. Meaning like if I only offered my boss business blueprint, right? Like if I only offered a downloadable ebook, for example, and that was the only thing I gave or like I sold in my service, like in my business, I'd be doing so many people a disservice. Because if they got that business plan blueprint and absolutely loved it, it's like when you go out on a date with a guy and you absolutely have an amazing time, you want him to call you the next day, right? Like there needs to be some sort of way or some sort of channel for people to continue the relationship with you if they want more. So if you only have one digital product and it doesn't lead anybody anywhere, you're doing yourself and your customers a disservice. You're basically like one night standing, you're hitting it and quitting it. When somebody might want to get wifed up to you, you know, like somebody might want to get married. They want to go deeper. They want more than just like the first date. After the first date, they might want to, you know, become in a real relationship. And that's kind of like what Fuck Fixed Income is all about. It's a longer term commitment. It helps you get better results. After that, they might want to be like, no, I want us to go steady. Like, I want us to be exclusive. Like, I want more access to you. You know, I want you to be like my ace boom coon. Like, I want you to be my baby girl. You know, that's when somebody would join Goal Getter Elite, when they're super serious, they're ready to get married, like they're ready to take their business to 6-figure level. So I think that's something to think about is how are your services structured in a way, how are your programs, your offering, your products structured in a way that allows somebody to naturally enhance their relationship with you. Like, and it's kind of like school, I think, is another great example. If somebody were to come into college, they take that little intro course to help you figure out what your degree should be, and they pick saying, like, I want to be an engineer. Then they can go get a bachelor's in it, they can get a master's in it, they can get a PhD in it. Your services should be set up a very similar way, meaning that like if somebody wants to go deeper and to learn more about what it is that you help people do, there should be ways for them to, you know, continue the level of education and to go deeper and to become more specialized. So let me know if that helps. Danya said, are you introducing your service suite one program at a time? I don't know how to or when I launch my business, should be available? One, you should not be trying to build 7 different bridges at one time. So no, if you are just getting started, like the biggest thing for you to focus on right now is like proving your business concept, meaning like trying to figure out what will actually make money. So I didn't come out of the game with all these damn programs and all these services and all these offerings. Like there's no way. And I talk about this a lot in my Facebook Lives, is you have to build your trunk before you start trying to build your branches and grow your branches. There needs to be a trunk. You need to have a proven concept of something before you start trying to like make all these other little things, because there's just unique challenges that come with selling a service, then with turning that service into a course, then turning that course into a group coaching program. Like there's different levels of challenges that come with each level of like business evolution growth. And this is why I highly, highly, highly recommend that you start by selling services first and working one-on-one with people. Not saying that you have to do it forever, but I think that like if you've never worked with somebody to figure out really what, like to truly, truly understand your customer, understand your client, how in the world are you going to try to scale that when you've never even done it with one person? Like and just you getting results for yourself is great, but like your content and your course and whatever it is you're teaching should be able to help other people get results. So if you don't have a track record of helping people get results, and not saying that you got to have like 100 people under your belt, but like whatever it is that you're teaching, you should be able to, prove that you can do it for other people before you try to start scaling it. And people want to start scaling way too soon, way too quickly when they haven't even gotten themselves the real results yet. So this is why I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of start by selling services first, because when you work with a one-on-one client, you're able to really nail down your process and understand like the nuances of your business, understand how stuff needs to be structured. You're able to like really understand your client and how they need to be serviced. And once you have that down and you're able to get results for a client, you know, in a one-on-one capacity, that's when you can start scaling it to a group coaching program. That's when you can turn it into a course. And you're not recreating content. You're proving the concept with your client. So really, really good question there. Sydney say, I pay bills the 10th and 25th. I want to do everything like clockwork. How do you manage those quirky subscriptions to tools, etc.? Just pull whenever you've signed up. I call the company. So all of like my, I really don't have, like if you have a credit card or like your light bill or I don't have a car note, but like I pay my car insurance automatically. Like you can call the company that is auto pulling your money and just change the date. Most of the time they don't care. Like I've never had a company be like, no, we can't change your date, except for my rent. My rent happens on the 1st, and that's kind of just, it is what it is. But you can always call said company and ask them if you can change your billing cycle date. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I've never had any issues with that. So that would be my recommendation there for you, Sydney. Marie said, do you have a plan or to do one-on-one in person? So I do that now, and like when next year comes for my one-on-one intensives, those will be able to be whether it's in person or virtual. So, but they're not going to be like that extended level of support. Like you'll get me for a day or you'll get me for 2 days, and we'll develop out your entire strategy and work out your business model and create your detailed action plan. And if you get me for 2 days, we'll actually start implementing those things. But like, I realized that like, it doesn't take me 3 months to help somebody get those results. We can literally do it in like 4 hours. And why drag out? I mean, I can make it 3 months, but like, why? Like if I know that I can help you get that result, because I know my process is, I have it down like clockwork, and it's very, very similar to how we do it in corporate America. Those will be offered. So if somebody hires me now one-on-one, I'll either fly to them, they can fly to me, or we'll meet virtually based off of just whatever we agree on. So like I said, between now and the end of this year is the only time I'm keeping my one-on-one where you get me for 3 months. Then next year I'll still do one-on-one, but it'll be just intensives. It won't be like a longer one-on-one coaching. If you want coaching, you'll join either my group coaching program or you'll join my high-level mastermind. Really, really good question. I just said, should we always find a coach in our field of work, or does it not matter? I think it's how you find a coach, and somebody else asked, how do you determine whether or not, like who should be a coach besides just the fact that they get results? I think this is really dependent on what results are you looking to achieve, and where are you looking for support. So I think sometimes people hire a coach thinking that like, oh my God, I have a coach, now all my business issues are going to be solved. And that's not accurate. Like, you need to make sure that you need to know what you are looking to get out of the coach or out of the program before you go buy. So what specific result are you looking to like understand or looking to develop in? And sometimes, I mean, I think it's really of value to get somebody outside of your market if that makes sense for what result you're looking to get. So like my clients, I have trademark attorneys, I have meal like prep people, I have photographers, I have like other business coaches, I have authors, speakers. So the industries that come to me are wide ranged. And I think it's really smart for them to hire somebody outside of their industry, because I think a lot of times when they, like Takora, for example, she's in law. And when she hires law coaches sometimes, or she had mentioned this to me, that they know how to build a law practice, but they don't know how to build a business. And the specific thing that I teach is teaching you how to build a profitable business. So that's why dentists will come to me. That's why like I have cleaning services that work with me, because they're looking at they understand their craft, but they don't have the business, strategic, and financial acumen to build a profitable, sustainable business. So I think that's where it differentiates. So I think regardless if you hire somebody in your industry or not, I think it goes back to what are your specific end goals that you're looking to achieve, and who would be the best person to support you along that journey. So I think that it's really dependent on what you need there. Jonathan said the honest language got me. I agree totally on the service-based businesses will always be around. Amen, me too. The best money I ever spent was on my first business coach. Yeah, and every coach is not for everybody. That is very, very true. It's good to have open options when it comes to finding great coaches, because some of these coaches have ill intentions. So I think when and I know somebody else asked this question, how do I pick who I hire? So one, I get very, very clear on what specific result am I looking to achieve, and what resources do I need to actually make that happen. So like one thing for me, I'm at a point in my business where I'm really interested on how do I get to that $1 million mark. And it's going to take me time to get there, but I want to know, how do I start prepping and preparing? So I've hit 6 figures in a year. I really want to get better at launching. So I want to be able to do like 6-figure launches in the course of a year. But I also want, like, what is required for me to take my business to that $1 million level? And the specific thing that I know that I need to get better at is Facebook ads. I need to get better at, well, not just ads, but it's just like paid advertising, period. And I want to get better at launching, and I want to get better at positioning my offer for more large scale stuff. So I know that the person I just hired and joined a mastermind, you know, he's built a multi-million-dollar business and has receipts of clients of his who've been able to do the same by making better launches and by positioning his offers in a way that allow him to get more bang for the buck with less people. So that's a huge reason why I hired him specifically, is because I know like launches is the specific thing that I want to focus on for my next wave of personal business like development and growth. So that's a huge thing for me. Before I hired a sales coach. So I'm like, how do I get better at sales? Like, you know, get better at, you know, like even offering $9,000, $15,000 offers. How do I even have the balls to say that out loud and not like second guess myself? And how do I actually, like the psychology that goes into selling? Like there's psychology, like buyers, there's buyer psychology, and there's just psychology to how you position and sell something in order for you to get and guide somebody to the yes. So it really goes back to what is the specific goal that you're looking to achieve? What do you want? What are you trying to get out of it? And I think sometimes people go into situations, and this is why I do application-based to work with me one-on-one, because I'm not about to take your money. Like, you know, right now to work with me one-on-one is $4,000 for 1 day, $7,000 for 2. I'm not about to take somebody's money if I don't think I can truly help them get their results. And this is why I do an application-based process. Because one, I need to make sure that you know what it is that you're looking to get. And I need to know too that I can actually help you get the result. Like I have a lot of people coming to me right now trying to do like, Jay, I want to build a product-based business. I want to start selling hair. I want to start selling clothes. I gracefully dismiss them. And not because I don't know how to do it. I mean, I got in the online game selling clothes and selling like physical products. It's a zone of excellence for me, but it is not my zone of genius. And really, I don't have a huge passion around it. I don't want to be teaching you how to sell hair. Like if you need help developing an income strategy on how to like price your packages and how to actually hit your income goal, that's different. But if you're looking at like, how do you build like legit the up and coming business of it? Like, I don't want to do it. So that's why I do application based, because I'm not about to take somebody's money because they're unclear about what results they're looking to get. So I think that those are all like really, really important questions you need to ask and you need to know before you hire somebody. I actually said fuck fixed income is truly worth looking into. It's been great for me and my business so far. Thank you, Ashley. Treasure said taking notes. She said get into FFI, Treasure. I said you mentioned coaches undercharging. Do you come out charging what you think you're worth or discount it while you build and getting those people under your belt? So I think there's a difference between charging your worth. I don't really like the saying charge your worth, because like, you are a human being. Your worth is limitless. Like, your worth is unparalleled. Like, there is no dollar amount that equates to your worth. I think it's all about charging the value and charging based on like not allowing fear to dictate your prices is the biggest thing. Because just because you might be new online, you're not new in what the hell it is that you're doing 9 times out of 10. Like, you know, I think all of us are entering in this world with the intent that we want to provide value, that we want to be of service, that we want to help somebody get to said result. We want to provide a transformation. Exactly. So it's not so much about charging your worth, because you are not your offer. If somebody says no to your offer, that does not devalue you as a human being. And I think a lot of people, when they're just getting started out, they allow fear and they allow survival to dictate what their prices should be. Saying like, was somebody going to pay this much for me? And like, they need it, you need it. And this is where I think it's really important for you to work with a coach who understands this mindset, who can help you through these mindset hurdles, especially when you're just getting started out. Because like when I first got started, I was charging based off what I thought people would pay. That's survival mode. I'm just trying out here. I'm just trying to get this money. I'm just trying to see if it will work. Like you're almost charging out of like desperation, which is really, really like dangerous. Versus charging based off the value and what the return on the investment is and what type of transaction needs to happen for somebody to show up and do the work required to get the result that you're helping them get. So this is why, again, I think it's so important to work with a coach in the beginning, because a lot of us lack the mindset capabilities to get out of fear and to get out of doubt, to get out of worry, to get out of this space of like limitation, to really help us get to the best space. So I just feel like the lighting sucks. Does the lighting suck to you guys? I feel like the lighting is super bad in here. I'm gonna stand up for a second. But so I think that's a really important thing there. Treasure said, am I still coming to Atlanta this month? So I'm not coming to Atlanta this month. I'm actually in Texas right now, and I am in I will be in Atlanta, but I will only be there for like 2 days. I lied to you. I'll be in Atlanta on Monday and Tuesday. So my bad. I definitely just lied. I forgot what month it was. I will be in Atlanta on Monday and Tuesday. There's another question. AP Stack said, how many income streams do you suggest when starting out? So this is huge, and me and Jordan did a Facebook Live about this a while ago. Income streams. So they say that the average millionaire has 7 income streams, right? You need to have a trunk before you start trying to build all these income streams. And because I think people are like, oh, you gotta get out here, you gotta get these income streams, girl, you gotta get this money, which is true, but they need to be profitable income streams. So you think about like Kevin Hart. What was Kevin Hart known for before he started making gym shoes, making a mixtape, writing a book, doing movies? That man was a comedian. Jay-Z, that man was a rapper before he had a music app, before he started doing all the other million things that he's doing. Like, I think when you do not have authority, meaning like people don't know who the hell you are, meaning like you have not established yourself as an industry expert yet, you need to focus on developing one income stream. And once that one, and when I say one income stream, like until you're making, in my opinion, this is just Jerisha Hawk's philosophy. This is my rule of thumb. I'm not about to go build another business until this business right now is at least doing 6 figures consistently. So until my business is earning like somewhere between $100,000 to $200,000 on a consistent basis, I'm not about to go out here and try to start building a second business, like legitimately, because I think that we stretch ourselves too thin. And we're like, I see this happen time and time again with new entrepreneurs, is they try to build like 4 different businesses at one time, and you don't even have one consistently making you a couple $1,000s a month yet. Why the hell are you trying to go make a second business when you haven't even figured out how to make one work? So I think it's all about, like, you have to establish what is your trunk. You have got to build your trunk before you start trying to build out these all these different tree branches. And there needs to be some solid foundation, meaning like, can the business run and operate without you being in it? Meaning like, if I were to step away from my business for, you know, a month, is my business, are my processes down enough? Do I have systems in place? Do I have team in place to run my business without me being in it? And if that is not the case, like, it's like building a bridge. Going back to my engineer days, it's like building a bridge. So like, if you're trying to get from this side of the river to this side of the river, you need to build a bridge to get you there. And so many people are trying to build like 4 bridges at one time versus focusing on just building one bridge to get you across the river. Because otherwise you're gonna be putting a brick here, putting a brick here, putting a brick here, and you're never actually gonna get across. So big scale wise, like, you can have multiple streams inside of one business. Like, and I have that, like, you know, I have affiliate income, I have my courses, I have my coaching, I have one-on-one, I have speaking, I have live events. I have one more thing that I do. So I have multiple streams of ways for me to generate income inside of my business, but I'm not, and this is part of the reason why I haven't started selling hair yet, even though I know I can make money off of it, because I have the plug, like, I literally have the resource in India to get me the hair from the temples. But like, I'm really trying to build this business first and get the processes down solid enough before I start trying to build a second business. Really good question. Oh, you first heard me on Just Creators podcast. Thank you. Makes so much sense. Yes. The lighting does suck. So I'm at, well, never mind. We're not going to get into that. Nobody asked that question. Claudia said, do you think investing in yourself, AKA your mindset, is the first step in starting a business? So I think, Claudia, you asked, what is the biggest investment I've made thus far ever? I mean, investing in you definitely is it. Now, what that investment looks like, I think, can be different. So I think sometimes, okay, don't be getting all nosy now, y'all. Y'all like, where are you at, though? Where you at? Okay, look, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But, hold on. Let me take a drink. Y'all getting nervous. So I think when you're just getting started, you really have to evaluate your mindset. And not just, when I say mindset, you need to understand what is your current identity and who do you need to become in order for you to get the result that you're looking to achieve. Who do you need to become? So I think we operate out of this have, do, be a lot of time, that we have to have something before we can go do it, before we can actually be it. Meaning, like, I need to have the money before I go hire the coach, before I can be whatever it is, versus the truth is it really operates out of be, do, have. Like, who do you need to start being and then go start doing, and then you will start having it. So I think probably one of the hardest things, I mean, just, it's kind of a hard question to answer in regards to investing in yourself, because I think a lot of times we don't invest in ourselves. It's not because we don't have the money, or it's not because we don't have the time. A lot of it boils down to worth. A lot of us don't feel like we're worth spending the money to invest in our dreams. We don't feel like we're worth spending the time saying no to other things and saying yes to ourselves. We don't think we're worth it. So it boils down to like worth a lot of the time. But I think the biggest investment, oh gosh, oh goodness, I'm making a mess. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get some better lighting. On my iPhone, it's great. On my computer, it sucks. Hold on, let me try to go to another space in the house. We might get some better results over here. But like, and that's why I knew that my mindset wasn't in a space for me to be able to grow and scale the way that I needed to. That's why I hired a coach, because a coach helped me get through the mindset stuff that I wasn't able to help myself get through, if that makes sense. So that's the best way I can answer that question, Claudia. Hold on one sec, y'all. I'm trying to get some light going. This is ridiculous. Whew. That's better. All right, cool. Ashlyn said that was really profound what you said about charging value-wise. I have some adjusting to do on my pricing. I need to get into FFI ASAP. So you guys can join the FFI waitlist. Right now, you can go on the website, click work with me, click fuck fixed income, and get on the wait list. We're going to open up enrollment again in like 2 months or so. Oh, I'm so humble. Thank you. I love y'all. I just try to keep it real. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do. I just want y'all winning. I want more people winning. How do I get, let's see if there was any other questions. We might have ran through everything. Somebody else asked, Latasha said, how do you balance networking online versus offline? I think that sometimes on the online industry, we forget that, like, you know, there's real world, like there's real interaction that needs to happen outside of just building relationships online. So I think, one, I leverage both. Facebook is really my platform of choice for developing and enhancing relationships online. But two, I attend a lot of in-person events. Like, I host my own in-person events to meet my people in real life. You know, I go to conferences and go to like other in-person events to you know, build relationships offline. So I think one thing I did and do very well, and I suggest all of you guys do as well, is when you meet somebody online that like you really, really like, that might be a business bestie or be whatever, like take that relationship offline, like slide in their DMs, ask them to go like on a Skype coffee date. Like, you guys know Jordan and I are like business besties. We met in a Facebook group. But after the Facebook group, I invited her to be a guest expert in my membership group, and our relationship really kicked off. And then I attended an event with her in person in Milwaukee, and then we've been like inseparable ever since. So, you know, I've visited her multiple times in Dallas. You know, we've traveled to New York together. So like that started online, but I just think it's important for us to also take that relationship, take the online relationships offline too. Y'all, so I'm in Texas right now. I am in Austin. That is where I'm at. Y'all gonna see, because he's about to walk in the house. Micah, let me go find your question, Micah. Y'all are so funny. So funny. So funny. Y'all are hilarious. Ha ha ha. Micah asked, what's your morning routine like? Has it played a part in your overall business success? And my morning routine has really, really changed. And something I've still been kind of like trying to be nice to myself about. So y'all know I quit my job 3 months ago. It's like almost 3 months ago to the date. And back in the day when I was working, you know, I'd have to get up at like 6 in the morning because my job was like an hour and a half away from my home. So I had to get up at like 6, you know, get dressed, drive for an hour and a half to get to my job site, and then work. The way I work in my business now, my morning routine, like I don't be waking up until like 9. Like today, I did not get out of bed until 10:47. So my morning routine, like I think, I don't want to say I don't have one, but I wouldn't say it's a morning. So sometimes my day doesn't start until the afternoon. And that's personal choice, because I'll stay up until 4 in the morning working. So like I'm not about to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I think the biggest thing for you in regards to routine, because I do have a routine in my schedule, meaning like Mondays are me days. Mondays are just for me. So Mondays are the days that I will go get a massage, the days that I will go get my nails done. Mondays are the days that like I do not put anything on my schedule that is associated with like working with another client. Mondays are me days. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays I'll work with clients. So Tuesdays I typically do one-on-one client work, and I will do one-on-one client work, and I will do like podcast interviews, like stuff like that. I'll do interviews and I'll do one-on-one coaching. Wednesdays are all of my group coaching. So I'll have FFI that day. I'll have Goal Getter Group that day. I'll have Goal Getter Elite that day. All of my group coaching happens on Wednesdays. Thursdays is similar to Tuesdays, meaning it's one-on-one clients or like podcast interviews, like interviews for other people's stuff, speaking engagements, whatever. And Fridays is kind of like my catch-all day. So Fridays is the day that I like kind of catch up on stuff that I missed, that type of thing. So and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if I don't have any one-on-one clients, those are the days that I'll have my discovery calls for potential clients. Those are the days that I will create content, like for my course. You know, I'll be learning new things on those days if I don't have one-on-one clients. So I have a schedule in regards to how I map out like how I work, but I don't really have a morning routine. Like I think the biggest thing for me when I quit my job is I said I don't want to do anything reactive until afternoon. So it's rare for me to have a call on my schedule before 11 a.m. Very, very rare. Like if I have to, I will, but like I don't want to do anything reactive until after like afternoon. So meaning like when I wake up in the morning, if I just want to read or write or journal or meditate or pray or just create, that's what I spend my mornings doing. And then when it comes to me having to be reactive, meaning like responding to emails, responding, you know, like to clients, like I don't like to do any of that until afternoon. So Micah, my morning routine that's kind of how my days are structured. But I really don't some days I don't get up until it's about to be afternoon because I stayed up till 3 or 4 in the morning. So that's kind of, I hope that answered the question. How do you organize the rest of your day while you're still working and had 3 hours to commute? Girl, so back in the day when Jay was still working, that was not my schedule. So back in the day when I was still working and building my business, I was all about what are the short-term sacrifices I have to make right now. So I would get up an hour and a half earlier in the mornings, like normally 2 or 3 days out of the week, before I went to work on my business. And so I would get up I would get like an hour and a half to 2 hours before I went to work on my business. I would go to work. I would normally get home around 6. I would shower, I would eat, and by 8 o'clock, I would be back working on my business until about 10 or 11. And I would do that normally like 3 days out of the week. And then I would spend my weekends. So Saturday from like 11 to 4, I worked on my business. And Sunday after church from 12 to about 4 or 5, I worked on my business. So it looked different when I was working a 9 to 5. But I realized that these are short-term sacrifices I have to make in order for my business to grow. And that's just what's required. So like I said, I'd either wake up earlier before I went to work. I normally would give like 2 or 3 hours when I got home from work, and then I would dedicate at least 4 hours Saturday and 4 hours Sunday on the weekends for my business. Yeah, keep on pushing. But like think about too, like again, it's a short-term sacrifice. So I knew that I would be doing that for like a year. Was really like a year and a half was like my timeline. So think about what is your timeline? What is your quit date if you are looking to quit your job? And just so you don't have to feel like you're going to be having to like sacrifice like that forever. I mean, we're always going to be making sacrifices regardless. Just the sacrifices will look different based off of where you're at in your business. Oh, what time is our massage? Brian, where are you? What time do we got to go? Like when?
Like.
Oh, why didn't you say something? I am on my live stream, but like we gotta go. Like we gotta leave like legit right now. Like how many more questions can I answer?
One more.
I got one more question, y'all. Why didn't you say something? All right, hold on. Someone said, do you use business cards? I do, but like only because when you meet people in real life, they be wanting a business card. So you don't, if that's where you're thinking about you need to go invest money right now, do not go pay for business cards if you're just getting started out. You really don't need them. Are we invited to the wedding or not? Can we talk about that when I actually get into a real relationship? Treasure? Ashley, oh my gosh. Yes, whenever I get married, I will invite my community. Y'all can come out. I never thought I was going to have a big wedding, but if y'all really want to come, I will let y'all come, okay? Y'all are freaking hilarious. Ms., yes, there is a waiting list for all of my programs right now because I do open and close enrollment. I know he told me one question, but until he comes in here, I'm going to keep going. That's the Gary V method. Yes. Vienna says, stop playing. I'll be your follower, girl. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, so that's all the questions I see on Facebook. All right, Nia, so you sound like you legit. How do you stay disciplined with your routine and schedule? I think you need to get tap into your why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? My why drives me. And I mean, like, you have like the larger vision of why, like, really, I want my legacy to be known for increasing the representation of women in higher level leadership roles. That's my big why. But like, at the end of the day, like, we all have tangible whys too. Like, I want to be able to like afford to take 12 of my goal getters to Greece, all expenses paid, on a private jet. Like, I want to be able to do like ignorant shit like that. Like, I want to be able to have the money to take 12 people I met online who are students of mine and have an all expenses paid trip to Greece. Like, that's one of my whys. Like, I want to do stuff like that. So, and I think about like, I want to, you know, give away $1 million by the time that I'm 30. I got 3 years to make that happen. I want to be able to go into Louis Vuitton like I did this past week and not have to ask about what the price is. I want to just be able to buy it because it doesn't even matter how much it costs. Like, I want to be able to do stuff like that. So like, when it comes to discipline, realize that you're human, give yourself grace, like, understand that you're not going to be perfect every single day. But also, again, it goes back to who do you need to become in order for you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, and realize that like, the choices you say yes to and the things that you say no to will impact what your results will be. Even Instagram about to kick me off in 48 seconds. But when it comes to like staying disciplined, I mean, I tap back into my why. So if you're really struggling, I legit want you to make a list of all the things that you want to accomplish. Like, where do you want to go? What do you want to have? And then ask yourself, why do you actually want to have it, to help you reignite into your passion. We can talk about that later on, but Instagram's about to kick me off in 25 seconds. Thank you guys for joining live over there. I'm about to hang up there. Thanks, y'all. And over here on Facebook, y'all are hilarious. Hostess, I missed the 100th question. The replay will be available. I'll be your wedding photographer. Okay, I will take you up on that offer. Yes, I want to go to Greece. I want to be able to take like 12 people, all expenses paid, to Greece. And I want to do that like regularly. You know, I want to be able to give like grants away every month, like giving away like $10,000 a month to help other people start their businesses. You know, I want to pay off people's student loan debt. Like, I don't know. I just want to do like ignorant. I don't want to say it's ignorant, but to me, it's just like really big. Like, I want to do big stuff, which requires you to have more money so you can have more tools, to have more resources to do all the stuff it is that you want to do. You know, I want to buy better bundles. Like, I'll never buy cheap weave again. I want to be able to afford good weave, you know? Like, I want to be able to afford Fenty Beauty without it breaking the bank, you know? Like, I want a Mercedes. I want an all-white Mercedes, like a cocaine white Mercedes with peanut butter interior. That's what I want, you know? Like, I want to be able to do stuff like that. Ty, I'm going to have to go because I know we got to, I'm surprised he ain't snatched me up yet. But download my income report and you will literally see what I did to get, like, to achieve my income levels at different stages in my business. But I will, what strategies did I use to get my first coaching clients, and when do you incorporate products? What do you mean incorporate products? Like, get an LLC? Y'all want to see, oh my gosh. Brian, where are you at? Do we have to go now? Where are you? What are you doing? Do we have to go now?
Yeah.
Why are you being so nice? Why don't you tell me we gotta go? You don't have to shut me up.
Because I give you a little more extra time. We fine.
You said what?
You do a little extra time while I'm doing something.
He over there doing something. I'm surprised he hasn't like, girl, we gotta go. He sounds chocolatey. Brian, do you hear this?
Yes.
They say you sound chocolatey. They want to see you, Brian. You want to come say hi to the people? Oh my gosh. Y'all know I do not be having men on my Instagrams, on my videos.
How people sorry to disappoint you on my chocolatey.
I mean, you got little, you got caramel.
I'm light skinned, definitely.
Say hi, Brian.
Hi, everyone.
I thought I was the only one. Y'all are really funny. I love my ladies. They're hilarious. Y'all, really, y'all making him, he all nervous. He's not going to admit it, though. He sound all like. They said, hi, Brian. They said, hey. Hey. Y'all are hilarious. They said that you're a Welch's caramel.
What?
Welch's?
I received that.
He said he receives that. Oh my goodness, y'all are hilarious. When did you incorporate? So I didn't get an LLC until I was actually making consistent money in my business. So I probably got my LLC like 6 months after. So I used the first 8 months, like January to last October, just testing out business ideas to see what would work. And I incorporated and got an LLC, I guess, like probably in May of last year. So I had been making money first, and then I got an LLC. And then what strategies do you use to get your first coaching clients? That will be covered in Fearless with Facebook. And Fuck Fixed Income talks about it too. Y'all are, I sound happy. I am happy, Gwen. I am happy. The hardest part that I know somebody gonna ask, but I think the hardest part for me with dating is actually like being able to receive. Like just receiving somebody good coming into your life, receiving nice things being done for you, receiving. And that's hard for me. So that's what I'm working on. But yeah, I am happy. We're going to go get massages, and then we're going to go to the comedy. Where are we going to? A comedy show tonight? So it'll be fun. When do you get a DBA? I never have had a DBA. A DBA is doing business as. So not everybody needs to have a DBA. You legit can like go on like how to file an LLC. Like go Google it and like just read what a DBA is. Everybody doesn't need a DBA. Everybody does not need a DBA. Or go talk to Cora Davis. She's one of the Go Getter Elite ladies. And she will get you all the way together from a legal perspective. But not everybody needs a DBA. Like, I don't get an LLC until I'm actually making money. I don't trademark anything until I made at least 5 figures off of it. But that's just my rule of thumb. Because what's the point of protecting something you don't even know if it's going to make money? Why pay for protection when you don't even know if it works yet? But that's just my philosophy. Does your refrigerator have like sparkling water or something? It's all bubbly.
It's called water softener.
Oh. It's his water softener. Is there a certain platform? Okay, a certain platform that collects payments better than others. I use Stripe. That's my platform of choice when it comes to payment collection. PayPal works, but like I have never had issues. I love Stripe. Oh, Gwen does LLC. Talk to Gwen. She's also a student of mine. Y'all, this is not Ciroc. And hell no, I'm not drinking Ciroc straight out the glass like this. Y'all fooling. Oh, look. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. I hope this was fun. Maybe I'll start doing this more often, just doing a random Q&A Friday. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to keep doing this. And if you guys do, I will continue to do Q&A Fridays. Thank you guys for who tuned in and joined live. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Y'all are hilarious. Just know I love y'all. No, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make me super happy. This is y'all funny saying this is Ciroc. Girl, bye. I can't even handle all that. But you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. For my FFI ladies and Goal Getter Elite, tonight when I get back home, I'll be answering some of the questions you guys posted in the group earlier today. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.